Walking around outside like that, pay me no mind. Want the sun in my face, right? Just what I should have been, should be using. Charged up too. Downstairs today. Gotta go up. Just I got 2 bolts I gotta go test. You gotta break them in. You gotta get some heat because they stick. If you got fingernails, women, if you got a brand new bolt, you gotta break them. So I got the gold color and the silver one. The gold one came yesterday. I didn't show y'all. And I'm gonna run this one today. I got the black one. I got enough of those. I got like 5 or 6 of those. So I'm gonna run this one today. It's a little sticky, it's oiled up. And then I'm gonna put the gold one. Well, I might run the gold one in the other lower that I built up. Because I need to make sure that works. So, and the pew pew things, it's empty. It's all empty. All I'm empty. All right. Yeah, sip of this tea. I think I'm gonna take an alpha brain today. Foggy. I'm going to my eating vegan. I've got my vegan patties I made, the ones that I bought online, which come from a place that's rural, and I actually visited the people who grow the vegetables. I saw their greenhouse. That's why I got great ideas of building a fabulous greenhouse, hectagonal, whatever you want to call it. I know I want to build a flat with 2 stories underground in the mountains, or in a place that's at least 500 to 1,000 feet above sea level. Hey Rondo, how high is the 27 acres you own? How high up are you? Because most of the Tucson is mountainous, like Utah, which is pretty high, and like certain places in Nevada, Miramar, those are pretty high up there, like 6, 7, 8, 10,000. So how high is yours, Ganja? I'm gonna show y'all one of the books. I got 2 yesterday. I'm gonna show you one. Whoa. Rondo, how high? Hey, Herbo, what's going on? Herbo, Mikey Hill, original Lone Wolf. I'm gonna get into it here in a minute. Just want to say hi to everybody. As y'all see the greetings, it's beautiful languages. APJR, it's beautiful people. 5,000? Yeah, bro. I might have to come out there, bro. Because I know what we have our guns and we can build up 1 acre. You could build 5 homes, like beautiful homes. Like at 5,000 acres, you can build what's called a half flat. That means half underground. And what that does when you go 4 feet to 14 feet below, you have a natural cooling in the summer, and you have natural heat in the winter time. So imagine doing that, digging down 35 feet, right? And building a 3-story building underground, and then nothing else to be mentioned, all right? Even further, depending on what the water resources are and what kind of bed, where the bedrock is, which most of the mountain is not bedrock, surprisingly. And then the geographic, what's called makeup of the mountainous area. They become our ancestors knew this. And surprisingly, if you dig down far enough, you might find things that they don't want you to know about, which you have every right to know about. But yeah, I was thinking about it because Tucson, that's where I got my second side-by-side. I have my motorcycle fixed down there because I'm getting tired of like people pondering and all these other things. I'm ready to do something. And even though that Tucson is kind of, where's my tablet? Oh, it's upstairs. I'm running my humidifier because I need that tropical with the fan. At 76 degrees, no AC or nothing. It's pretty nice in here. I'm thinking about the map. Tucson is not really in the flood domain. That's why I'm looking at when people select land and stuff, they should really pay attention to the biometrics of what's going on. And I am all about high altitude. It's just it does your body incredible. And you below sea level, you get a little stronger because you're moving a little more with the stronger electromagnetic current that is natural on the ground. That's why it's good to ground. But no matter how high or low, as long as you're within a 15,000 degree mark above sea level, you are in a natural zone. They always say the air gets thinner. Actually, most people, when they get higher up, like 6, 7, 8,000 feet, 10,000, the reason why you get winded is because you're not as grounded. You're in the ether, but it's a mindset too. And your body will feel that lag. Now, scientific, there's a whole lot of things that explains all these different parables. And, I don't have time for it because I had to run PT. And we had to run PT when I was at Top Gun, high friggin' altitude at the Nellis Air Force Base, way up there. Cats were getting nosebleeds. I did fine. You could feel the slag. It's almost like jet lag. But even at a lower elevation, if you're not strong, like my bones are very dense, but I'm muscular still. So, and I'm not like bodybuilding muscular. I mean, I'm still a big cat, but I'm not like, what I used to be. Your bones, our bones are built for this, Why am I saying this? Well, because it becomes very tiresome when you really start seeing the demography, the makeup of individuals. And, there's some people out there, they're being trained and they're being told lies. And they believe these lies. And they will go out there, if they were to confront you and you would say, oh, I'm not thought to this, I don't have time for this. They don't have the first idea. And if they do, they're perverted. And if you're not willing to step into the truth of who you are and act accordingly, not to what they're saying, but accordingly to who you are in your existence, you're going to be dealt with. And it's important that you have a clear understanding of what I'm saying. Okay? You can listen to everybody and think they know everything and all that. Believe me, they don't know nothing. And every time, I so detest Facebook. Every time I go on there, it seems like people are just stuck on there, man. It's arguably the most vile platform I have ever seen. And people are just training their little AI, and they think they're being hard, funny, they're making a point. And they really, a lot of y'all really believe it. And you're not making the first point at all. Not at all. This is the book that I got yesterday. This is one I got two. It said I'm supposed to be getting. I ordered 3 of these books together, so I got 2 of them. I'm gonna show you this one. The other one I'm not. This is the one that I was telling you about, and surprisingly, it came pretty freaking quick. And I was like, well, I ordered it from Amazon. The other one's a mixture, but they're all gonna come together. Don't even ask. I don't even want to know. I don't know. I tell you, they're all working together, but it is what it is. This is James Hallowell, the Regis poem for Hallowell manuscript, Broken Column Masonic series. The Alston. Let me show you again. I believe they tried to put a curse on the book, but they're too stupid to know you can't curse those who the origin of it actually belongs to. They're too dumb to know this. They really are. The Regis poem of Hallowell manuscript. The Regis poem, also known as the Hallowell manuscript, is a long series of rhyming couplets that make up what is thought to be the earliest of the old charges of masonry. It was discovered in the British Museum by James O'Hallowell in 1838. You know what that time period is. It entails the rewrite of everything. While sometimes thought to have been written during the reign of King Athelson, 924-940 AD, an Ashkenaz, the document actually dates to the late 14th century. Now, he might not have been Ashkenaz, but there were other groups. Whether it is a derivative work based on separate manuscript from Athelstan's time is unknown. However, the Regis poem is the cornerstone of the legend of York, which is important in masonry, even in today. And there was no such thing as Masonic orders over there until they came here. All right, just know this. There was not. Remember I told y'all a certain period in the 80s, I met a 90-year-old, 87, 85-year-old Masonic in Edinburgh, Scotland. I was taken to this little place, this little wharf, bar, dive, fog everywhere, little jetty on the side, lake or whatever it was, and you couldn't, no buildings on either side of the highway, dropped off, told to go inside, and I had to drink this 12 row, this drink. I can't say the name on here. I failed at first. I got to the 11th, I had to pee, I only had one more shot, and I busted my butt. I didn't piss myself, I helped to the bathroom. But with that 90-year-old Masonic woman, and that 87 and 85-year-old. Now the big guy over in the corner that looked like Brutus from Popeye. He didn't look up or nothing. Just a big, looked like he was every bit of 300 and 400 pounds. Just a monster of a man. With his lantern, his gas lantern. It was just weird. I think if I'd have screwed up or something, But anywho, that's why I go so hard on all these people talking about their Masons and everything else, Masonic and these Eastern Stars and all this other stuff. It's so deep-rootedly perverted. Anything that is divisive and separative, as if someone or some people or group is better than the other, is nothing to do with our ancient ways. My eye's a lot better, people. It's still a little swollen, a little red, but it's a lot better. I appreciate y'all having the patience with me with that. Well, anyway, this manuscript outlines how Masons should act toward each other and toward the civil magistrate. See, this is about a caste system. It has nothing to do with the truth of its organization or its order, because it's a perversion. It also talks about the history and philosophy of the Order of Masons. Any Mason interested in the history of the art should read this document and see how it compares to the various rules that Grand Lodges lay out for government of a lodge. It's a perversion. It is not what it was in origin. And that's real. You have whistleblowers everywhere. It has been perverted. It has been flipped upside down on its head. And am I going to read it on here? Maybe I might quote some of the poems one day, but not yet. I just wanted to share that with you. The other book is another book dealing with the custodians. Okay, you know I got the Gospel of the Holy 12, right? An original and complete gospel written down and published by the late Reverend G.J. Ousley. New edition with introduction and notes by E. Francis Udian, New York, M.A., priest in the Liberal Catholic Church. It says complete gospel, yet it says new edition. Pay attention. If you don't, they catch you. This right here, Lection 68, the householder and the husbandman, order out of, listen to this, order out of disorder. You think I'm playing when I state the things that I say? You think Just because I'm not saying everything, just because I'm throwing things out there doesn't mean it doesn't pertain or it's not pertinent to some things. I know some of you like to listen to these things or these beasts who proclaim and profess something. But when I say election 68, the householder, do you know what that even litigates or means? And the husbandman, the relationship to who and what? Order out of disorder. What created disorder when order always was established to have to ascertain or accept, respectively, some order of some sort? These are the things, and when you think about Lection 69, which I love, is the Christ within, the resurrection and the life. Do you kill off the old you, the lie, and ascertain to pertain to something new that always was meant to be? Isn't that a thought? Isn't it about what surrounds the brain? Why they must have an androgen destroyer and a DNA? Look at this. They push this non-binary. Why? Well, if they want to manipulate your DNA to even accept the rationale as reasoning for this being permitted, it's just foolish. But that means an overwrite. That means a rewrite and an overwrite. That means taking away which is natural and reestablishing something immorally unnatural. And yet they have brainwashed with their parents' ignorance and without collusion to take a man or a woman and they're as younglings, the sentient beings they are, that shows you there is something afoot. And does it have a purpose? It is another distraction, is what it is. And it's more a divide. It's a divide and conquer. Did we forget that somewhere? No. I just thought that I would just make that practical for the discussion at hand. We're going to come back in about an hour and a half. I'm not going to go to, I'm going out to shoot about 3:34. I want to, usually gets dark around about 8:39. I'm going to go out and shoot, run about 100 rounds to this baby, and then another 100 rounds to the gold one. And then I want to go back tonight and shoot some of my Dragonfire. I was hoping, I might wait for the Dragonfire so when Rondo come up, we'll have a good time if Westside get over here or whoever. I think Oklahoma, I think he's down there in southern Phoenix. We got DJ, he's in Cali. It would be wonderful to get them over here. Hey, it's Patrol Phoenix neighborhoods with my brothers around town. Hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, you. He was bad yesterday, y'all. He did that hissy thing. 2 years old. I had to read up on it. I had to snatch his ass up and give him a fling and a toss. A lot of y'all know I'm an animal lover. One thing I won't tolerate, because see, I'm not the mother or the father who's got to chastise and bite. Sometimes they maim and kill their own kittens. I'm not going to be getting scratched. And if I've been scratched enough. I moved so fast, he couldn't even, he was like, what? And when he did that hiss, because he was sniffing a dog thing, and his hairs went up on his back, and I'm like, and first in my head is, that's not, the negative energy in me is put a bay. But I let it up, and he got scared as crap. I literally, I don't know, I feel like I grew 2 inches. I snatched him, he couldn't stop me, by the back of his neck, so quick. I held him out, I did the witch card, and walked him inside, slung his ass on the sofa, stood over him, and quiet as can be. I'm letting you know something. Told him, if you ever do that, I will take you to the pound, or I will break your back and put you in the void. He has been doing his best to be as sweet as possible. See, what people don't know is pheromones. And when the dogs that come around, and when a cat is unaware, but it is in their DNA, because its mother and father were probably feral. That's how I found him, in the post office, in the parking lot. Or thrown, brought here from the reservation because some drunk, fake Navajo man grabbed the cat from the house, pissed off at the wife, maybe murdered him. I don't know. I'm not on the res no more. Brought him to the post office and threw his ass out there. And that's what happens. But when he did that, I made eye-to-eye contact, and he was frozen. When I tell you that you're capable of more, and I'm not one for harm or anything, but I have no emotions or feelings that bind me to nothing. So when I see something that's out of whack, that means that is something that happened in the past. that I had to correct and reestablish. And I went blank. I mean, feelings and everything gone, like empty. It's there, but it's a whole different, I can't explain it. It's different. Some might say it's neurotic or psychotic. No, it's none of that. It's, remember I was expressing that, do you believe that something can be done based on righteous ideology to something that is void or dead, something that shouldn't exist? And if you know that you walk in a different light of things, and it's not no grand I am, we're too perfect for that. When I saw that, I was like, you just roughly reached 2 years old, almost. And in my mind, I'm like, there has not been a bad moment in this relationship. Yet, it is something from what his other siblings, or parents, if you want to call it that, have dealt with. And maybe him as young, because he hasn't been jabbed up. There's no memory loss. When I got him away from that mark of the dog on the side of the building, he was inside, and it was like instinct. But he saw the wolf. I was getting ready to get rid of him. I don't lose no sleep. It's just like a person. What would make you think that he is any more than you? You cross me and I will cut you loose. No remembrance at all. None. None. It's not because of pain. To stay would be pain. To hold on to you would be pain for you, more so than it would be me. So I cut things loose, and I've become, no, I can't say I've always been easy in that department. I cut you loose and let you be. That's not ego. It's the honest truth. But to say I don't love her, that's crazy. You can't put, whether it's a short time, which is actually a long time, or a long time, which is actually not that long at all. You cannot deny a love and affection for something. Like I said, I love my 2 ex-wives. One, I just can't stand who she is and what she's become. Doesn't mean that I don't love her. My second wife, love her dearly. Yet, I could never be that kind of husband, especially in some fake religion, and they both need help from other sisters. And they're not getting it because they cut them off, or they encompass the same like-minded individuals. That's why there's still so much disorder. To stay pertinent to what I was reading. Excuse me. So again, I will state this also. With all the distractions, for the gun group, you see what they did yesterday with the House 44, whatever resolution about the pistol brace. Like, we give a flying. Now, I'm a member of that, one of the groups, actually 2 of them, that have to stay until this goes to the federal court. So I can wear a pistol brace or do whatever I want. But there are good police officers who are just in sheriffs who are not going to back this foolishness. Because it's an overreach. You can't take a rule and make it a law. It just doesn't work that way when the people says otherwise. See, that's what I'm telling y'all about this government. That's the reason why I'm reading Behold a Pale Horse. And there's so much more. And there's many others who have spoken on these different parameters. What boggles my mind is how easily people consummate the relationship of foolishness. Like the foolishness of the Titan. I believe that it imploded days ago. But they didn't want to talk about Greece and the 700 migrants, women, men, and children that drowned. That's not even all of them. What about some of those Africans and those ships that are being shot down by Chinese, or some of those Asian in the Asian waters, actually out there shooting them, picking them out in the water, shooting them, letting them become fish food. You don't hear this fake ass government talking about that. No, you don't hear them going after the criminals either. Thank goodness we have good officers that go after these criminals, but we have these perversions that keep hiring with these low IQs, these costume characters. When I tell you that in every so-called state, which is a country, I don't recognize this fake ass government, nor this US shit. All right? That between 18 and 45, you are automatically the damn militia. Are y'all aware of that? I ain't talking about this military that I served in.
Wells
Okay?
Fargo.
Wells Fargo can suck my ass. Excuse my French. Are you listening to me? 18 to 45, you are the militia. Now, those are my age and who have served, we are always going to be veterans, and we're always going to be militiamen. The issue at hand for the Republic, nothing else. And most people, they don't teach them that. No, now they're teaching them about how it's nice and sensual to, if you get a hard on with a little boy, it's all right if you touched his pee-pee and all that other sick stuff. And any of those teachers walking around and you shopping with them, especially those liberal ones, if you are worried about a Karen and a Ken, then you don't need to be here. You need to be gone. And if we have a government who has a problem with patriots, when that was the first thing in some of those army of one and this, that, and being a patriot and all this other stuff they talked about, whether liberal or conservative, then that shows who the real terrorist organization is. What is a patriot? Does anybody know what a patriot is? What it alludes to, and where it actually originated. That's like they had everybody believing it was Paul Revere. Two arms, when it was a brother and a mulatto sister who really were the Rough Riders. Paul Revere was the traitor because you know what he did, right? For Queen, King, and country, right? All history is a fucking lie. If that wasn't the case, then why is the government under the crown? And I keep telling you all, a president is nobody. Abe Lincoln was not a president. He was a Khan, a king. And yet everybody wants to believe in the little lies of history as if it means something. But I guess the enemy feels like, well, he fell. We got rid of him. We can get rid of everybody. Oh, shut up. That's if they watch. Oh, they haven't seen them big 40-foot men. Ah, nobody cares. The people who care, the ones who worry. Yeah, but if they see them, they're going to be scared even if they talk like, oh, shut up. There's enough energy left to make sure people are well prepared. And that's to them, not to y'all. Between Tucson and Phoenix. Casa Grande sounds really familiar. Is that Tucson? Yeah, Casa Grande. I love. That's beautiful. Well, I don't know, man. Casa Grande ain't one of the best places to live now, but it's still nice. There's still some very sweet places here in Arizona. But I'm thinking about heading down south. I prefer Utah. I'd have loved to have been on Trauma's land, working the land with a whole bunch of y'all. That we could still work them both. If people would just stop being lazy. I know. I got a family. I got a job. Yeah, what happens when it's gone? What happens when you go to sleep and you wake up and you're in the back of some big-ass vehicle because they unleashed the gas and your house wasn't hermetically sealed and you went to sleep and certain individuals that work where you live at or in the neighborhood all have gas masks with keys and everything to every home, and they come in there and grab you up, zip tie you, put you in the back of these vehicles and take you to some places that you didn't know existed. And then because you have no way of fighting back with weapons, except for the brave ones who run right into the gunfire, you're subjugated, lined up, firing squad. I mean, it makes no sense, right? I don't say that to bring fear. I'm just saying. I know. Not here to stop what they're doing. Just saying. It would be a beautiful thing for a short period of time to see everybody come together. and let their brains start really thumping. You know the old thumper, the rabbit? You take off, not the fake rapper. Anyway, I just wanted to come on for a short period of time and have that. Come back an hour and a half, and we're going to read Gods of Eden. We're going to read, I got everything lined up here, guys. Reptilians in the history of humankind and Anunnaki. I hope you bring more people in. And the Mathers. Then from there, later on, we'll get back into George. Very important reading in South America. I actually read ahead of a chapter. Wow. Yeah. And 13 tribe, and behold the pale horse. All right? And it's going to be good reading. Now, I know I was supposed to read the Arawak on a weekend. So this weekend, I will actually take this book right here that my ammo's sitting on, and I will read it in its totality. I will read it in its entirety. So you can have your children sit down, your mammy, your pappy, your moms, your paws, all right, your abuelas, whatever. You can have them all sit down, and I will read this. All right. It's really Charles River edition. It's really nice with all the layout. And now it's got some things that are kind of hypocritical, but we're not going to worry about that. Wait until I'm going to show you what I'm going to cook for today. No, now because I'm vegetarian right now because I got like my bags of lobster knuckle claws, man, big man from Maine. They're getting it with cabbage or whatever. If anybody donated, I appreciate it. I haven't been looking. I don't want to look. If you donate a few dollars, appreciate you. And whatever I'm thinking about, whatever anybody donates, I'm just going to order a handful of books. I'm just going to match if there's $50 in there, I'm going to match it with 50 and get $100, which is probably like 2 or 3 books. Because there's 2 I really want to get. One's 44, the other one's 40. One's 44. 97. The other one's 35, 25, and then the other one is about $13, $14. So I appreciate you guys, those who donate. I really do. And I love you all, but I appreciate those who see the fruits of the labor and understand. I have a lot of books I haven't showed y'all. It's just no need to, especially up under this table right here. That's a ton of books up under there. Older books, you know. This one I showed y'all. I think I showed you one other one. Yeah. She's going to do the gold. She told me she'd do the gold. And I'm going to pay her $45 to do the gold, the steam thing and all that. Because you know she fixed this. Remember this was all frayed and dust and everything else. I was like... So she says, okay. I said, no, I got to pay you something. So she's going to make sure that all the back here is sealed and glued. She's got to put it in this big thing that's convection, steam, convection, whatever. And then she's going to put the gold. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know how, but she showed me the stuff that she's going to use because not everything is lined up perfectly. So this is going to be fabulous. And yes, this is an old one. This is an old one. Webster's Universal Unabridged Dictionary and Atlas of the World. I love old books. And I got one that Snoo helped me buy that is old as shit. I paid $500. And even though the leather was contorted, it actually came like that in a big ass box with peanut, you know, the styrofoam and plastic bubble things. And I was like, this thing hard as, oh my goodness, I paid for it. She made it smooth, as flat as possible. I got to take it back. She did the mink oil. I actually got the little thing. I got to rub this real rawhide, and it didn't crack or didn't break. It was just contorted like it was stuck in some water. And she's gonna put the steam in it to bring the pages back. She's got to put a sheet in between each friggin' paper, and then puts it in this bag thing. I don't know what it is, but anyway, she got all this stuff in the house. She's old. She refurbishes old books, like just like them people that paint sneakers or whatever, I don't know. And right now, it don't look nothing like it did when I had ordered it. It's like, and it's old, y'all. It's 1700s. It was worth 5,000. I got it for 500 because of the condition it was in. Yeah. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Number love, appreciation. It's all the same thing. And shout you out, and I'm gonna get off of here and relax for a minute. I'm not eating nothing. I have my sea moss and my sour soap, and I'm gonna let that rest. I got an apple, an orange, and a banana, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna have later on. I feels a lot better, y'all, because yesterday it was paining me, y'all. What's up, Charles? Yes, the children. That's right. Positive energy. But you know what? Save that for after this shit's over with, bro. Because we're in a different period of time. But yeah, keep positive energy with one another. Be very clear on that. Remember love. Herbo. Yeah. Mikey. There's a lonewolf. I'm going through the names again. So we hit everybody. Oak. What's going on? Salute, salute. Yeah, y'all subscribe to our brother's page too. He's about that Second Amendment too, as well as being orthodox. All right, subscribe to each other's. I'm our east of Tucson. It's not underwater on the doomsday. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not underwater, and it can't. There's no way. Even if a 1,000-foot wave came in and crashed, it just no. It could get some wind damage and stuff, but no. Right here on page, we're about close to 5,000. The res we was up there. We was pretty high. In Kevito and Tuba City, you know, it's pretty high. We get a lot of wind, dust storms, like over in Iraq and shit like that. LZ Pearson Range. I gotta check that out. That's down there. I've been to the one in Phoenix called G2. It's in the shopping center off the interstate. That's one of the indoor ones. Hey, what's going on, nice son? Still Bill, what's cracking, brother? What's going on, beloved? It's gone there. It's free and you ain't nobody watching. That's how it is here, man. Hey, tell them about the gun range here. It was what? It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, and then you got the bow, like shooting up about 800 yards, man. Yo, it's 1,000 yards. Yo, done with this grind on getting back organized. Awesome, awesome. That's what's up. I used to patrol Phoenix neighborhoods with my brothers around town in Tucson. That's what we fucking need, man. Sounds really familiar. Between Tucson. Okay. Charles Johnson, I love that, man. I love that positive energy. But we're in a different time right now. Hey, Suzanne. How are you? Beloved. Anyway, let me get off of here. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to an old fool, an old engine run his mouth for a minute. Just remember that everything that's being put out there, it's for the purpose of manipulation, whether it's for good or bad. It is. And y'all should know that by now. All right? So y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in about an hour and a half, give or take. All right? Don't worry. I'm be right here. I'm not going nowhere. I already been outside or dumped my garbage, just that vacuumed and all that kind of stuff. Sunday be the cleanup day, but I got washing some quilts, the ones that'll fit in my washer. So I gotta go tend to that. And after the read, I'm heading to the range. Gotta break these in. See y'all in a little bit. Hey, Troll, what's going on? What do? I'm out, y'all.